What is going on, fellow traders? It's the Wolf. Welcome to a new episode of the Wolf Den Trader Takeaways. It's September 4th. It's Wednesday, baby. Hopefully everyone's trading well, trading tight, keeping that risk right. Today we had a nice little day. I think summer trading is over. We took OPGN for a ride. Actually, it took us for a ride. We were just on the right side of the roller coaster. TOPS, ARDX on the Swing Ding Phase 3 epic battle yesterday. So with that, Rebecca, let's go back to executions, please. Thank you so much. Now, it's been a few days since I did a recap. I've been pulling back. We've got some stuff going on. But we're still trading every single day. Hopefully you guys are as well. Let's take a look at OPGN. Now, here's a 5-minute chart. Look at this extension. First, before we do that, it's a biotechnology, 882,000 shares outstanding. So it is a tiny, tiny float. Even today, closing only at 7.1 million shares. Look at the relative volume, just out of sight. And relative range is even ridiculous. This thing is in play today. Now, real quick, let's hop over to that Jumbotron. You guys remember this thing, this massive beast, right? Going through the 8Ks on this. They had a vote. They just did a recent reverse split, 1 for 20 on August 29th, I believe, or 28th. Very relatively just a few days ago. Look at the volume, though. Volume coming in here relatively to the 10-day is 61 times. It didn't even trade 12 million shares today. Just a lot of information on this, man. I've just been spending time on this thing. Here's the lower consolidation acting as support, and here's our lines from today. Now, you can tell that this is unfair value. Even with all the volume we put in today, excuse me, this is unfair market value. This is where this thing wants to trade. Now, this thing just keeps splitting, and this is a trash name. So I'm not going to give it too much respect, but this is where it wants to trade. It wants to trade between, 3 cents and $3. This thing is trash. Now, with that being said, here's our lines. We use these lines today and every day looking for targets, and these lines were set out in the morning. Now, let's go back over to the main screen. There's so much information on this thing. Real quick, if you want to get a fundamental look, they had an S1 out on 3/1/19. They also just had an S3 expire 8/26/16. Right, 3-year shelf life on that, and then 2 days later they do the reverse split. So without even going into more detail, that's just a rinse and repeat cycle. They are trying to raise the MVPHS. They are IB5 restricted, and now can we please get into executions? Sorry to bore you guys, but just so much information in my head. Now let's pull up these executions. Now, with that being said, hopefully everyone stayed safe on this. This was a tough one. I'm not going to lie. This was an extremely difficult trade. The range and the spread on this algo, order flow manipulation, 7.5. Towards the end of the day, from 12:30 and on, it was an 8.5. So I'm going to give you guys that extra point midday. Now, this one, just kind of sizing in. We got our shares. Had a sizing plan on this one. I was not expecting to recycle 5 times. This is with $1. I think around $1 average per recycle. It's just a monster trade right here, guys. This is probably one of the best trades of the year for me. Oh, executions are right here. We traded 62 tickets today and a new record, personal best, 92.1% passive liquidity, baby. Look at all these pluses, right? We've just been leveling up left and right in Wolf Trading. Shout out to the new guys. 2 new guys joined the room this week. Man, we're just excited to have you guys with us. Thank you so much. The room is closed. It's invite and application-based only, but we got some talent in the room, and we're excited. Just a level up day. So here we are sizing in. Pre-market manipulation right here. These prints at 990. We went over this in the room in pre-market at like 8:06 a.m. Right? Then we get 100, an FADF dark print for 100 shares at 990. Technical manipulation right here. And then look, this thing is just holding liquidity right here, and then again here end of day. And of course, you know what they do with this technical manipulation. They set up liquidity, and then they snap it. That's just all speculative. This is all speculative information, guys. Please do not use these videos, for buy and sell. Just enjoy responsibly. You guys know the deal. So then here we are. We're pushing up at the bell. Did not want to trim here. I had big dreams, wide eyes for this bad boy, and we get a nice push, and I'm just sizing in. Now, this is all planned in relation to the shares that we have available to sell on this name. So we have a precise scaling strategy. Now, I have a sizing plan on my desk. I've been working on my sizing and I've been working on the scaling and sizing plan since November 23rd, 2018. I'm taking notes every single day, and this thing's starting to pay off, right? And here it is. We're leaning in, we're scaling in, and we're trimming. Now, these trims right here are early on because I did not know if this thing was just going to get legs and go nuts. The amount of pre-market volume in relation to the float, you got to be cautious on this. And here I am just trimming right on top of VWAP 1112. We come back up, recycle, putting them back on. Now, this was a little bit early, but like I said, I just wanted to protect myself. I'm not going to make excuses for protection, right? I'd rather trim in the money here than out of the money up here. So we're going to take this trim right here. I don't remember the exact sizing on this. It looks like maybe a quarter, unless I did have shares up available up here. But then just coming down, taking more shares off at VWAP. And then once we get down under, now I'm getting a good look at some price action right here. I want to know what this algo is going to do. We get a nice little snap-tastic, and I'm going to take it. So I take off, I think 90%. I think every single one of these pulls right here, except for the last recycle, I had about 100 shares left just for those low home runs. I wanted like 950s, which I did get at the end of the day. And then this was the biggest mistake of the day. Guys, what do we do with the mistakes? We don't hide them. We highlight them. Biggest mistake right here. Bing. But I didn't come in under VWAP. Total amount of sells under VWAP today, 0. Now, I'm happy about that. Now, we went over this in the room. Every time you see exhaustion right here and here and here, I counted this up. I caught like 58% of exhaustion today. I was 10 for 16 on exhaustion wicks, and I haven't got my accuracy percentage on that. In order to get the accuracy percentage, we can formulate our average against the top tick, and that's going to give you the capture percentage or the accuracy percentage per push, right? We're really diving in deep in this one. I feel bad, guys. I haven't done a recap in a few days, but man, it's been leveling up left and right. But here we are, back to the biggest mistake, carrying these shares up. Now, I did have a target out here at like 1072. I was rolling twos, like 82, 52. I was just in a 2 rhythm today. 2-step in this order flow, and I just missed right here. I carried up. Now, this was bad. This put my average down. Again, these were planned, right? This should have been a cut. Again, taking early profit right here. This might have been outside of the money. Very possible. This 1188, this tiny trim was outside of the money. Putting them back on. And again, getting back in the money and just catching these monster flushes, right? I always want to have something in my pocket for these flushes. And then again, just kind of running strong. I like these microwaves right here. You know, this is showing. It's just showing us what this algo is all about. And then right here around 11:30, we started to get this spread game, and this happened like 1, 2, right here 3, 4, 5 times, right? Where the algo just started to spread and it started doing bursts on the tape, and it would just be like, and then I pay attention, was that a bull burst or a bear burst? And then I'd watch the spread, and I was taking notes. So we had any range from 28 cents to 15 to 13 to 12 cent spreads, and this algo is just trying to rearrange the liquidity, the passive liquidity, not in-house liquidity, meaning not the shares that the algo is selling and buying from itself. Right? When the algo does that, it's going to create emotional bias and emotional, just emotions for human and retail. These algos are professionals. They're machines, but you know they're created by professional. I don't want to get too much into the algos, but you guys know in Wolf Trading, we're the dirty tape specialists. We're the concierge of the tape, and we're trying to catch those low targets. Every single flush, we're catching bids. Just snagging bids, snagging them, just snap-tastic, and then we just got that fade off. This was just a really good example of where we're at skill-wise. This was a tough trade. I don't know any of my trader buddies who stayed along with this the whole day. I know some guys in the room, congratulations. We're taking this long, and then they took it short. Man, that's wicked. That's fantastic. I don't have that skill set yet. I'm just a short bias trader, but this thing had a general consensus. We were strong. I mean, look at these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and then just snapped off. I mean, this thing could have kept going, right? This right here is proof that I can stay with this algo. This algo is not going to shake me, right? Like ARDX, that phase 3 yesterday, I was basically even on it, but I was like down 28 cents on my average. And that was a push. That was a phase 3 push, baby. And we can stay, man. We can stay with these machines. It's not the best type of trading, but it's a great practice. It's great work. I'm an athlete. I want to compete. That's what we do. You know, if you're not... What time is it? It's like 10:30 at night. I mean, where are you guys at? Are you in your office working? Because we're working all night, baby. We're trying to level up every single day. OPGN, catching that home run target. We got some at 10:51. We got a little tiny piece at 9:30. And then we took the majority of liquidity off. 11:58. 11:23. Here's executions throughout the day. Not a bad trade. I don't want this video to be too long, but let's go TOPS. TOPS, another micro float. Let's pull that up as well. Get a couple numbers on it. TOPS, oil and gas, 1.5 million outstanding. 12 million market cap. Again, relative volume today off the chain. Moved 252 today. Let's take a quick look. What's the Jumbotron looking like? Trash. Let's zoom out. Yeah, that's the trash. Oh, this is a shipper. All right, that's right. We got some shipper sector running today. Tops, drives, etc. Trash. Trash. So I didn't catch a pre-market. Shout out to the guys who did. Congratulations. This was just a monster move from 1060, down to 7s. We caught it again. We caught exhaustion nice. We caught the exhaustive efforts of the post bell. We were putting a nice little game plan together with some guys in the room, and we were saying that we were going to see potentially. We were looking for some weakness, and then we were looking for strength. That's what we wanted, and that's what we got. So we waited patiently, and executions right here. Building a position right there, right here, starting in. Here's where I'm trimming, and then just rolling a core. So we're taking it off again, taking shares off early here because this float is like so tiny. I don't know if this thing's just going to get legs or not, but I want to get in. So I feel confident taking some off here and then just trimming all the way down. Again, re-adding back. Look at this nice little trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then A, B, C, you know how we do it. Just keeping track of that as well. A little Elliot wave theory. Not that I know much about it, but I do count the waves sometimes. And I want to sell high and I want to buy low. Nice covers right here. Again, this is just a little push off of VWAP, a nice little mini wedge. Looked like this thing wanted to wedge a little bit here. It did not, and then just snap. We caught the snap. I don't really like to add. A majority of my executions are on the front side, so I do not have a skill set to add right here yet. I probably had ads up here. I know I did actually. They did not get filled, obviously. And then again, I'm not going to sell under VWAP. Again, total sell orders sub VWAP on tops 0, which I'm fine with. I could have put more size on, but we can do this trade over and over and over again. Once we get a beat on the algo, we look at the volume. Here's a pro tip for you. Once you get a beat on the algo, these algos are going to want to consistently show you volume, right? When an algo shows you volume, it's basically showing you its bankroll. How much money does it have? Let's switch to a 5-minute on this chart. Not that this is a great example, but look, just right away. So here's like 75,000 shares. Again, out of nowhere, 75,000 shares, especially on OPGN. We see a lot of volume spikes, erratic agenda volume spikes that just line up evenly. OPGN actually is even a better example. So OPGN, and this is a 5-minute chart. Might as well just go ahead and just show you guys properly. Again, look at these volume spikes, right? And they all seem to be right around 100K, which is a nice round number. This thing's trading on average around $10. So this algo is willing to pop $1 million a minute. Now I'm just thinking out lickety split, doing some math on the fly. You know, I just see $1 million, $1 million, right? 750K, right? And I can compare the money. Now, if I really want to get in there, I can take a look at the uptick to the downtick volume, and judging by this volume right here, I can get an idea. Nothing is an exact science, but I can get a feel if this algo needs to trim or not. Just like if I'm heavy on shares and I'm getting nervous and I need to trim the position off, it's the same thing with the algo. The algo has a budget, right? The institution's going to say, all right, let the Terminator run on this name. We're going to give it $15 million. Let it do its thing, right? That's the same type of principle. I know I'm getting off the beaten path here, but just pay attention to this agenda volume. Now, you know this volume right here don't look organic. Take a look at that. That does not look like organic volume, right? Take note of that. Take notes on everything and just work like hell. And you're going to get ahead in life. That's what I do. There's no secret sauce. Guys were asking me in the room today, man, you're killing it, Wolf. What's the secret? There is no secret, right? Every day we look at our mistakes. Every day we're in the office late. Every day we want to know how to get better. We just want to get 1% better every single day. And when we do make mistakes, we want to be able to sustain life. We want to be able to keep our head under water. Now let me pull up ARDX. ARDX is an example of where I got into a little bit of trouble. So ARDX, remember yesterday was a phase 3 news. Not that I know that much about it, but I fought this thing from $5 right here. Yeah, 474. I got a top tick right here, and I didn't even trim. And now I'm building a position. And I started to trim up here. I was upside down. I was a little bit stuck. This algo just did not let the offer come down, and I couldn't get out. This was a tough move right here. Now, when the offer doesn't come down like that, and this is a straight up move, or this is the 1 minute chart. Look at the 5 minute chart. When this offer has a when it's straight up like this, that lets me know that this algo, look at the uptick to downtick volume. This algo needs to trim. It didn't really trim anywhere. I mean, it's running a spread on the way up, just like how I'm kind of running a frontside core on the way up. But this algo's got to trim, and it sold a majority of the sales off today. It's still holding shares, but we trimmed. We took some nice size off. Just at like 550. I had a 558 average going over last night. This is what I expected. I expected a push. I expected some more strength, actually. I'm glad it didn't go above 620. I was a little nervous, but this was one of the tougher algos of the week. It just didn't let me trim. But we got rid of a nice amount of shares today, and I'm still holding some because there's a $4 LVN, and that's where I'm projecting where it's going to go. All right, guys, that's it from the Wolf. Let's go ahead and hop over to the Wolf Trading Discord room. Let's take a look at these runners. Let's see what could potentially be on watch for tomorrow. ABEO. ABEO is a day 2 little faderade. Faderade right here, just holding levels. Looks like I'm just taking a quick peek at the volume here in relation to the day 2 volume, right? That's not a significant enough amount of volume to get through these support levels, right? So it's going to take a while for this thing to go down through. It's just a day 2 move. CDTX. CDTX is on radar. We need strength out of this thing. This thing's just downtrending nicely. Day 2. MRNS. MRNS we like. Look, it's respecting levels. As you can see, this bright white, as you guys know, is a higher time frame LVN. When I have the numbers on the left, that is the upper band of the LVN. Higher time frame, I like to use a 3-year 1-day chart. Look how it's respecting levels here. Not quite. The larger players are not quite in yet because we came back, got almost a retest. We're expecting this to come back up again, and we want to see more volume at the retest, right? The volume is the integrity of the test, right? Just think about every line. You can think of it as a battle. The more volume, the more soldiers you got, right? I don't even know why I'm going into analogies like this, but World War II, if you want to pick a winner of the war, man, it's got to be the big Mondo battle, right? You got to have all the countries, all the soldiers, all the planes, all the Navy ships. They all got to be in the battle to see who's going to win. right? We don't have that much volume here. There's still soldiers hanging out. Everyone needs to get on the same page, and let's get this battle done. And then when that battle does happen, it's our job to be able to put ourselves in a position to jump in after that, after we get the trigger, and ride that continuation down. Because that's really what it's all about. We're trying to have nice, easy trades that go in our favor right off the rip, and we want to continue to add to winners, right? We don't want to fight the front. We want to smash the back, baby, and that's what we love to do. Speaking of that tops, you guys saw executions today on tops. Now look at this. Now this is a green line right here. Look at this thing. 828 is a higher time frame decision point. Now decision point, we are expecting, not hoping, expecting continuation. And I like this on the 15-minute chart because there's a lot of time spent at this 828 battle. We even got a wedge right here. And we traded this wedge. We got a wedge right here, and then look, a flat line. And shout out to Georgie. Georgie says that he smacked the bid and caused this avalanche. So we appreciate that, Georgie. And then we took this one down. Guys in the room taking $8 covers on this, man. We got so much talent in the room. It's ridiculous. OPGN. Now this thing we went over as well. Look at this push. Washy wash. Right back down. Tough trade, though. Like I said, 7.5 on the order flow manipulation level. Again, midday, slice and dice. More difficult action right here, 8.5. I can rank it whatever I want. OMI, not too fancy on this one. Just have it on watch. Don't think I like the daily chart, but it's on there. And... oh, that was yesterday. And that's it, guys. All right, this is another episode of Trader Takeaways from the Wolf. Hopefully you guys are leveling up. I'll tell you what, if you guys aren't leveling up, guys in Wolf Trading are going to catch up to you. All right, man. Take care.